Somewhere around April 20th, I requested an absentee ballot because I wanted to be able to vote in the June 23 presidential primary election and for the other races that are being held on June 23 in New York, where I live. So I requested an absentee ballot, and a few days later, very efficiently, the Board of Elections of Westchester County, where I live, sent me this package, and I'm going to unbox it for you right now. It was postmarked, I think you can see right there, it was postmarked April 23. Now, a couple of things happened since then. So on April 24th, the governor canceled a bunch of elections that are being held on June 23rd. There were some special elections in different parts of the state. And then on the subsequent Monday, the 27th, the State Board of Elections decided to completely cancel them. Be clear, not the governor. The State Board of Elections decided to completely cancel the presidential primary on June 23rd. But let's take a look at what was inside this package anyway. So, a couple things. So there's two envelopes inside. One is called the official primary ballot absentee voter return envelope. So you're supposed to take your completed ballot and stick it into this envelope and then sign the back of the envelope stating that you are who you say you are and a statement of absentee voting. Okay, and then you take those two things and you stick them in this bigger envelope that they give you, which is pre-addressed and going back to the Board of Elections, in my case, the one in Westchester County in White Plains, New York. Notice one thing, though. It's not a self-addressed stamped envelope. There's no return postage. You have to put your postage on there if you plan on voting by mail. Okay, so those are the contents, except for the main attraction, which I'm about to show you now. Dun, 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 dun. This, my friends, is an official absentee ballot for Democratic presidential primary election April 28. Wait a second. That was canceled weeks ago. It was moved to the 23rd of June. But then they apparently didn't reprint these ballots, but all the candidates are still on there. So they sent me a ballot. Not only is the election completely canceled, it hasn't been an April 28 election for a long time. It was moved to June 23rd by the governor and then subsequently canceled by the State Board of Elections. So all of the candidates are listed on this ballot, and I guess at this point all this thing is a collector's item. There they are. Buttigieg, Klobuchar, Biden, Gabbard, Sanders, Bloomberg, Steyer, Bennett, Warren, Yang, Deval Patrick. But I'm not going to be voting for any of those people because our State Board of Elections decided that New Yorkers don't need to vote. They don't have to worry themselves with voting for President of the United States. Since all of the candidates, except for Joe Biden, have suspended their campaigns, Joe Biden basically won that primary, I guess, by default. So there's another election on this ballot, and it's called Delegates. Let's see if you can see this here. Delegates to the National Convention of the 16th Congressional District. I happen to live in the 16th Congressional District. Each congressional district has delegates that go to the Democratic National Convention, and they vote for president. That's who elects the president. There are 8 of them for Pete Buttigieg, 8 for Biden, 8 for Bernie Sanders, 8 for Elizabeth Warren, 8 for Andrew Yang, and 1 for Tom Steyer. So, but we're not going to get a chance to vote for those people, if I understand it correctly, unless the delegates are going to be on June 23rd. Not sure. No one's been able to clarify that for me. But in any event, this right here is a collector's item because the election was moved from April 28 to June 23rd and then subsequently canceled. So I'd like to hear from you. Are you requesting an absentee ballot? Well, wait a second. On the 24th of April, the governor made an executive order that said every single New Yorker will receive, who's registered to vote in a party, is going to receive an absentee ballot application. So I jumped the gun and requested an absentee ballot, but you are going to be sent an application for an absentee ballot regardless if you're registered to vote in a party. If you're not registered to vote in the party, I think it's too late to do that. But my question for you is, are you going to fill it in? Are you going to vote by mail, or are you going to walk into a poll on June 23rd? I'd really like to hear from you. Red Blue Talk is all about how politics and government impact everyday life. Thank you. I'll see you on the next one.